Hope you're having a good start to your day so far. We made it to Starbucks this morning. Sorry, I'm filing my nails down. Trying to get to work a little bit early. I don't know if I'll make it anytime soon, but I got a lot of stuff to finish up, so I'm trying to get there early if I can. My first patient isn't until, or my first veteran isn't until 10:30, so I got some time to chart and get my charting done. Oh, there you go, Nista. Hey, number one in. How was the cake? It looked really good. Those ingredients, man, you made me want to go out and go get a cake or some stuff to make a cake. I'm just sitting here at Starbucks, getting me a coffee to get my day going. Yeah, I'm filing my nails. Yes, because I had to clip them down. I cannot type with longer nails, so you probably can hear that in the video, huh? Yeah, I was thinking about, okay, am I gonna do a live today or not? Hey, Warren, welcome in. Yeah. Oh, did you? 1 teaspoon, I put the whole can. Oh no. Oh, so was it too strong then? Oh man, but it sounded really good. I've never made a homemade lemon cake, but that sounded really delicious. Get my Starbucks here. Morning.
Can I ask you a question here, and then you can tap after that, okay?
Okay. Oh, this one doesn't have that.
Okay, you leave in there? You're good? All right, now you can take your card.
All right, thank
you.
you.
Have a good one.
You too. All right, so let's get on the road. Like I said, I got oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. It sounded really good though. Yeah, definitely can get distracted. I understand that. Yes, I'm headed into work. But you guys know I told you yesterday I was supposed to be, I called off because I woke up with a headache and I was just not feeling it. So, do you know these people at the job called me asking me, can I work from home? Even though they heard me say I was sick, they still asked me to work from home. Because they said, oh, instead of taking a day unpaid, can you just work from home and we'll pay you for the full day? I still had to go to the grocery store. I was like, okay, they gonna wait. Redo this Sunday, okay, good. So I'm like, they gonna have to wait. So I had to go finish my shopping, and then I went home. And I ended up working anyways for the rest of the afternoon. Now I gotta go in and finish up some more stuff today. And I told you guys I accepted that job. The other job. But I'm still on the fence, y'all. I'm such an indecisive person. My husband will tell you. Oh, he'd be like, why can't you just make the decision? You know which one you want. I don't know that I want either one, y'all, honestly. That just tells me I need to get this business going. I'm starting it, y'all. I'm doing it. I got 2 product lines that I'm running, and I'm running them both. I'm starting this week. Friday. I gotta kick myself in the ass. Thank you. I just don't know. Nisa, you've been in healthcare. Hey, Ivy Slice, good morning. You've been in healthcare. I think I'm just burned out of healthcare, period. You know, working for other people. I think that's where I'm at now. I'm just like, okay, this is stressing me out and it shouldn't be this way. But honestly, I love working with patients. I love doing this line of work that I'm in. But working for other people and their demands, you know, I'm just over it. Hey, Real Fever, Deborah, come in, everybody. everybody. The benefits and everything sound good, but I'm just like, do I really want to go back to that day-to-day? Right now, this current job I have, I can just make my own schedule and take time off whenever I want it. If I go with these other two, I'm really restricted, because then I gotta fall into the pool with everybody else and whatever their time off is. Yes, Nista. I haven't lost my desire to be in healthcare, but to work for somebody else, yes, definitely. So that's why I say I got these business ideas already prepped. I just need to push them forward. So I think that's what I need to do. That's my husband said, just start your business, start your business. I'm like, yep, I'm gonna go find me office location, and I'm just gonna see if I can do a 6-month contract to let things, start out how they are. Yes. Oh my goodness. I've been in healthcare since 2000, working in different, I started out as a ward secretary in the hospital in 2000. That was my first introduction. Hey, Sherry D. My first intro into healthcare. And then I graduated from nursing school in 2008. And I went back for my bachelor's in nursing in 2009. So I was like in school back to back. And then I went back in 2014 for my master's to become a nurse practitioner. I'm just like, I was burned out then, but I knew I needed to gain some experience. But now I'm at the point where, yeah, I need to work on my own terms. So I'm really struggling with this idea, or with this handle inpatient. Yeah, inpatient. Yep, I did inpatient for 9 years. Done. And I got out of that. That's why I was struggling with going back to urgent care after working in urgent care for 4 years. Day in, day out, 10, 12-hour shifts. People coming in at the last minute. Then I have to stay late and finish charting. I'm just tired of working on other people's terms. I want to work on my own terms. I hate to be a complainer about it, but this has just been a daily struggle. So I'm like, you know what? I'm working on my own terms now. Open these business lines up and see what happens. That's all I can do. And I might as well just stick with my current job. But yeah, because the other job said, hey, if you come work for us, then you got to give us a 60-day notice. Even going to say how long I've been in it. We wore all white in caps. Oh, Sherry, wow. Sherry, I ended up going on Amazon and buying me a white cap for my medical channel. And I was like, I'm wearing a white cap. Because you know what? We did have white caps for my graduation. I graduated in 2008. And we wore them. And just for a pinning ceremony. So that was before the graduation. But congratulations. You still in it too, Sherry D? Or did you retire? But yeah, I ended up buying my own white cap anyways, and I just wear it for my medical channel every now and then. Because I was like, these are pretty cool. And you don't see it that often nowadays. But yeah, sorry to rant and rave about this job thing, but y'all, I'm struggling. Hey, H2O Savior, I'm struggling. Now, I woke up this morning, I was like, why is this stressing me out? Actually, I was up all night, pretty much. Oh, good for you. I love to hear that. But yeah, I think I just need to, I love healthcare. I just don't like the politics, the changes, with Medicare, Medicaid, and the employers, they have to build business and move business. Hey, Bradley, they have to move business around what Medicare and Medicaid requires. So that changes up everything else for the medical provider. Bill won't leave. Yeah, that's my thing too. Still got to pay these damn bills. That's the only thing. So yeah, I got to venture out. Start these businesses. I need to find me, my other thing is I'm going to start these 2 businesses because they can basically, one of them can work for itself. Walking them floors. Oh yeah, Lisa. See, I didn't have to do that much. Because I was the secretary, so I was sitting, and then what I would do is have to walk charts back and forth. But I ain't have to do too much walking. But you doing exactly what my mom used to do. She was she worked in that same line of business too, and she walked and walked and walked, and she had a lung issue, so she was really tired, short of breath, man, all the time. So yeah, I definitely understand. But she was the best in the hospital. They called on her. So yeah, I gotta make a decision this week. What's today? Wednesday. I gotta figure out whether or not. Yeah, I bet you did. I gotta figure out whether or not, I'm gonna take either of these positions. Everything sounds good on paper, but once you get into it, man. Once you get into it, it's like I'm committed. Once I get into it, I don't want to get into it and then I have to give a 60-day notice or 90-day notice. That's too much. So we'll see. We'll see here. Yeah. So how is everybody's day so far? It's hump day. We halfway through the week. And we got 2 more days till Friday. I think I requested Friday off, but of course they scheduled me anyways. And then they asked me, oh, do you still want it off? Kinda. But I'm gonna work. And I should be done by 3 p.m. So I'm just gonna work. Should be a decent day. And then my husband wants to play bingo. Day's going good. That's good. So I'm thinking we might go play bingo. I have no clue how bingo works out here with these machines. I'm used to using the daubers for bingo, but they have electronic machines out here. You could kill it being a travel. Exactly. Yep. Oh, they still calling me about travel nurse practitioner jobs. A coworker of mine, he said he was doing some Arizona work for $120 an hour. I said, $120 an hour? Wow. He's like, yeah, but I got to travel to Arizona to do it. But now they hired somebody full time, so he don't have that gig anymore. But yeah, travel nursing. I was gonna go when COVID broke out. I was gonna go to New York. I had my bags packed. It was such a rush, people. It was so many people. We had to call into this phone line. When COVID hit, they needed nurses. So they were posting on Facebook saying, hey, we need 60 nurses. You need to call this phone line. And if you get through, then, we just do a screening and then we activate you to come to New York. We pay for everything. What were they paying? Oh my gosh, what were they paying? I think they were paying like $80 or $90 an hour to come work as RN. I was like, oh, okay. But then again, it scared me because so many people were dying in New York from COVID. And that was right at the height of COVID. So I got scared. I started thinking about my kids. I said, if I don't come back home, then I don't know. Yeah. My husband's like, you got to make that decision. He's like, I'm going to take care of things at home. You go. Y'all, it was like $30,000 for a 3-month gig. So it was like $10,000 a month. Yeah, it's so much money, yeah. But I'm kind of, if I didn't have a family, smaller kids, then I could do traveling. That would be ideal because I wanted to take this one traveling job in Hawaii. Your nephew and niece, oh, see, that's awesome. Yeah, they make the money, but sometimes those positions you can be thrown into anything. And sometimes that's not the best way to to make the money unless you can handle it. But it was a lot of nurses making really good money going to New York. They even asked for EMTs, CNAs. They were asking for everybody. I had my backpack and everything, or my luggage packed and everything. And I canceled. Really, ASU Saver, good for you. How many years were you in nursing? That's my goal. I'm trying to retire with opening this new business because I'm gonna have people working for me with this new business. I'm definitely gonna try to do that so I can retire. I work with a travel nurse and she traveled with her family. I've heard of that too, but we'll try to get a long enough contract so she could go. See, that's the thing with kids though, and trying to get them in school. I don't want them to be in homeschool or online school. He said, I believe it. The money is, I can travel because since my background is urgent care, there's a lot of urgent care jobs in California they want me to travel for, making really good money. But gosh, I don't know if I want to do that though, because we still need a home base. We still need a home base, which we still can do that. But then my daughter is in middle school. If I tried to bring everybody with me, otherwise I got to go by myself. And I don't know if I want to be going by myself. Yeah, 50,000. That's really good. That's really good. They must be in high need. Because I know a lot of COVID contracts have ended, but you know, people are still getting sick. So the money is there. I know when COVID hit too, it was a lot of people starting to open, or a lot of nurses that were opening up, what was it? Not travel agency, but just agencies. They were opening up healthcare agencies so they can get these contracts, and you know, they get the bulk of the money, and then they pay the nurse however much they, you know, agree on. But yeah, it was a lot of nurse friends opening up businesses like that. But then some of that kind of took a turn because it wasn't sustainable once the COVID pay from the government ended. So yeah. But yeah, y'all, I got a lot on my mind for this career path. I need to retire. Hey, RM Studio. I need to retire like H2O Savior. How many years were you in it? Hey, RA Jr. Good morning, everybody. Please hit that like button for me, everybody. When COVID first broke out, I was going to sign the travel. Yep. So even in your line of work too. Yeah, I understand that. I couldn't leave my kids. I was like, man, the stories coming out, because it was New York, there was a lot of stories coming out from there. How many people were dying. They had people in trucks because they didn't have room in the morgues. I was like, do I really want to go into this? Gosh. And then they were like, you could be put anywhere. You could be placed anywhere, even if you have no experience. They just wanted bodies there with a nursing degree. And I was like, dang, sounds good, but this ain't right for me. So yeah, I opted to stay at home because my job did close down for about 2 months, 2.5 months or so during COVID. So scary back then. It was. Oh, thank you, Ivy Slice. Yes, it was. You know, my thing was, I just had a baby right before COVID. So I was still on maternity leave when we first heard about COVID. And I returned to work because I returned early. They just needed me for 2 weeks. A co-worker's father had died in Africa. And so they needed somebody to cover his shifts for 2 weeks. So I was like, let me just take an early leave, or, you know, take off my maternity leave and go back for those 2 weeks to help them out. And then I was going to go back to finish my maternity leave. But they ended up closing the office after those 2 weeks. So it worked out. So during the height of COVID, I was able to still stay home with my new baby and the rest of my kids. And yeah, so I didn't really have to work as much through COVID. And I wasn't in an inpatient setting at that time either. So, but I know nurses were really on top of it. Man, everybody in healthcare was on. Everybody. CNAs, phlebotomists, all nursing staff. That's without lab techs. Yes. You know what, needs to have a story. So there was a lab tech I used to work with. She was the sweetest person. Before or when COVID hit, at a hospital that I worked at for 9 years. This is a story I heard from another coworker that used to work with her as well, but she was a really good lab tech. And she ended up getting sick because they didn't have the proper PPE. Do you know that this job, she ended up dying from COVID and caught it at work. They say she probably caught it outside of work, but she was in lab and they didn't give her proper PPE, and she was still working with patients, you know, at the height of COVID. And so the job, I think they have a lawsuit out. So, and I'm sure a lot of other healthcare facilities have lawsuits out too. But this lady, she was so sweet. I can't believe how the job did her though. She probably did pick it up from work. Hey, want money? Some of the elder nurses just said, nope, Yep, I don't blame them, Sherry. Oh, okay. RM Studio. Make sure you guys follow, like, and subscribe. 400. Congratulations. So yeah, when I seen that news article about her passing from COVID, I was like, oh man. 5 co-workers? Wow. I'm so sorry to hear that. That is sad. Even that's why I said that's what held me back from going on contract in New York. There was even a nurse in New York who was vlogging her experiences there and how she was trying to protect herself from getting COVID, and how she would come home or to her hotel and she would change out of everything, bag everything up before she even stepped in the door, so that way she can go ahead and wash it already bagged up, or keep it in the bag so she's not spreading it around. But man, those were some hard times for the healthcare field. So I applaud anybody who worked through that. Reusing masks, yep, exactly. And then they weren't even the N95 masks either. They were the regular masks. And they were making them reuse them. So, hey, Sister Yoshi, welcome in. So, yeah, that's so unfortunate. Sister Yoshi, we're just talking about healthcare. I know you're in healthcare too, or you had a long history of healthcare experience too. So I'm just trying to make a decision, but I got to talk to my coworkers here, because my coworkers understand the struggle too. They all been in healthcare for the longest, and they understand. Everybody's burned out at my job. They are burned out, and they come sit in my office, and we always try to bounce ideas around. We got one nurse practitioner who works in weight loss management, which is a really booming field, a big, huge field for money. He does that and balances with the veteran work. He was like, I also invest. He's like, he's a landlord. He has property. So I said, I need to learn from you. What do I need to do to move myself out of working for corporate America? So, yes, so we're going to do that. I think that's the way to go. Talk to my coworkers today and get their thoughts. They've been in Vegas too for most of their life, and they know the day-to-day, struggles with healthcare in this city anyways. So it's good to talk to people like that have more knowledge, and so y'all gonna see me. If you see me at home more often, you know that I didn't take any of those jobs. I know, Sister Yoshi, I just can't. I'm so indecisive on these two, and part of me just want to say, just don't do either one and open your business, which I'm still going to open my business this week. I'm going to open up Friday, because it's one basically with this type of work, I have to have secure everything. I have to have a secure connections anytime I'm on the internet, which is not expensive at all. The other part that's expensive is medical file storage, and I want to do everything electronically. So this system it's $1,000 a year, so it's not too bad. But it's like, do I want to invest in that? But yes, I have to, because that's the most secure system out here, and they've never had any breaches in security. It still can happen, but I feel comfortable with this system, so I'm going to end up just putting the money toward it. I have to, because that's a big part of my business. It was terrible. We had the CDC send carriers, take them to the airport and send them out to be tested. No one had the proper, I bet. It was chaos. Total chaos. Total chaos, I imagine. Live this eating real estate is best when used to grow wealth slowly. Yes, I've heard that too. I follow this guy on Instagram who basically he's got a lot of investment properties already, but he started out with ATM machines. I don't know if any of you have heard or know anybody who has ATM machine business, but he basically started with one ATM. He invested $2,000 of it. He bought the machine. The machine was like $2,500. And then he invested $2,000 into this machine so that when people go and do a transaction, they get the money out of that $2,000. And he said it grew from there. He said, I made a couple hundred every month. It just depends on where he placed them. And then he started placing more. Then he got some Bitcoin ATMs and placed those. He said that money grew. And he said, then I started investing in property with the extra money I made. He said, and now he made millions. He's a millionaire now. He said it happened in 3 years. Used to grow wealth. Oh, okay. Don't fall for the rich. Oh, no, I can't. The thing is, I know I have to invest in property, and that's what I was talking about on my other live is I need to, I want to buy an investment property. There's so many here in Las Vegas, you guys. So many investment properties here that I want to get into. But yes, this guy's a millionaire. He's on Instagram. See, I always I forget names and stuff. Espinoza. It's something Espinoza. Follow me on, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm gonna share one of his most recent. I'm gonna share one of his most recent. Sorry, let me see what this is. Let me turn this around. I'm the first one here at work. Hey everybody. Real estate is best. I know him. He's a very smart man. Oh, do you? He is in California. He said he used to be a police detective or sergeant or something like that, and he was making over $200,000 a year. He was like, that wasn't enough. So he went and did the ATM businesses. I'm not allowed to be hanging out with Debbie. Oh, okay. My husband runs the blood and specimen delivery. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I bet it was. So yeah, this guy is really smart. I'm going to share his most recent post because what he does is he'll post. He said, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is exactly how I did it. And he did, I think he did a reel that showed every step that he went through to get where he is. And he said, my businesses, he was like, and then other side of the business is that he offers classes or one-on-ones or something. So I think that's how he makes a lot of money too. So he offers those classes and he said he makes millions. I think he makes, what did he say? I think it's either 100,000 or 500,000 per day from his other businesses. It was, oh, what was it? Gosh, y'all, I forgot now. I'm going to have to find it and then I'm going to share it to my story so you guys can see it. Yeah, but I'm here at work. I got to get started early so I can get through my past work, catch up on some documentation here, make some decisions. Oh, Epic. I love Epic. Is the system you're using called Epic? I used to use Epic. Epic is the best system out there, the most expensive and the best system. Oh no, oh, for my business, no, not Epic. So I have a different for charting. It's IntakeQ. So IntakeQ is one of the systems I've used in the past for a past business, and they pretty much do everything. But I need a storage system that can hold more larger files. And I did a business meeting with this guy, and he was telling me how they do the storage. He said we do a lot of healthcare storage, you know, dental, CPAs use them, and they've been around for about 8 or 9 years or so. But I think it's like $1,200. No, it's $1,300 per year. $300 to get the initial start. It's like a initiation fee, and then it's about $1,000.